What's up, guys? This is Omega here with my third video of my Mass Effect 3 characters guide. Now today the class I'll be showing is the N7 Destroyer Soldier. Now going to his skills right now, I maxed out Devastator mode into damage bonus and rate of fire and accuracy. You could reduce the delay before shields start regenerating, but I chose to do accuracy. Then next I maxed Hawk Missile Launcher. Now I put it into Cobra missiles to increase my damage and my impact radius. You can also do this. I heard this was pretty good. And then next I put into refire time, and then next reduce my shield penalty. Then I didn't max out multi-fragment. You could choose either between these two to max out, but I chose Hawk Missile Launcher. Now going into the battle suit, I maxed weapon damage, headshots, and weapon damage to increase my weapon damage. And then next, for T5V internal systems, I put it into Fitness Expert, Shield Recharge, and Durability. Now going into the weapons I use for the N7 Destroyer, I use the N7 Typhoon and the Rieger Carbine if any enemies get close to me. Now you could choose between the N7 Typhoon or the Geth Spitfire, or the Cerberus Harrier. I actually tried the Cerberus Harrier and it's actually really good with him. Only thing is the ammo, but I'm gonna use the N7 Typhoon in this gameplay. And into the equipment I use an assault rifle amp, another assault rifle amp, armor piercing rounds, and cyclonic modulator for the shield penalty to increase my shield. Alright guys, I'm going into the gameplay of the N7 Destroyer. And I'm back with the gameplay of the N7 Destroyer on Fireblaze Glacier. We're going against the Geth. Now the very first skill they have is Devastator mode, which is their main skill. And it's a skill that you can keep on all the time. You don't have to take it off unless you want to. But still, you should keep it on all the time. Now what Devastator mode does is give you a lot of buffs. Like gives you damage bonus, rate of accuracy, rate of fire. I don't think it gives you damage reduction. But the only thing downside to Devastator mode is it does reduce your run speed by 25%, I think it is. But you can fix this with one of the equipment slots to increase your run speed. Now, Devastator mode is what makes this class really stand out. It makes this class good with almost any gun in the game. Increases your rate of fire and your damage bonuses, and when you have your passive skill then, that increases your weapon damage bonus, you're getting bonus from that too. Now, always, the best thing to do is to always have it on. You should never have to take it off. But since it reduces your run speed, you're not going to be in the front line as much as you think. So you're pretty much going to be in the back. Now, when you're going through certain objectives, like picking up the objectives and bringing it back to the drop point, now since your run speed is already decreased, that's going to decrease your walking speed even more. So if I were you, I'll try and stay away from those kind of objectives unless you have the equipment slot to increase your run speed. In this video, I actually increased my shields with my equipment slot because I have the Hawk Missile Launcher, which is the next skill we're going into about the N7 Destroyer. Now what the Hawk Missile Launcher does is fires a missile every once in a while, and in my case I think it's every 2 seconds on a enemy you are targeting. Now of course there is a downside to this too, and that it does decrease your shields by 25%, or I think it was 50, but you can inspect into this to reduce that penalty by 40%, which actually helps a lot, so you won't be dying as much. Now you can actually go 2 ways, which is multi-frag grenade or the Hawk Missile Launcher. Now I chose the Hawk Missile Launcher because it has around the same damage as the multi-frag grenade. But the thing is, it fires every 2 seconds, so you're not consuming anything. You're just firing a missile every 2 seconds, which deals extra damage. And plus, it's always nice to see enemies explode when they're right in front of you, and they die at the same time. Besides, I like how it's always nice having something else attack for you on your shoulder. Now, the next skill they have is multi-frag grenade, which I didn't put into this, and I experimented with the 2 of them. For the first time I tried multi-frag grenade, it is a good skill nonetheless, but The only problem I always have is the same thing with all grenades, which is the grenade capacity. No, I can't increase my grenades by 5, but I just find running back to ammo boxes too much. And since I'm the N7 Destroyer, I'm gonna be in the back most of the time. So I pretty much want to have that continuous damage going. So that's why I put points into a Hawk missile launcher. Now, multi-frag grenade, what it does is shoot multiple grenades at an enemy. But the bad thing about it is it's not really good to use it for long range. So when I had it put in, I would use it when an enemy's close to me, or a lot of them are close to me, and shoot it at the ground so it does more damage to them, since it's still, all the grenades are still together. Now if I was right, when you put all points into it, it does 500 damage, and that's 500 damage per grenade. So it can pretty much kill an enemy in one hit, like a Geth, like a regular Geth or a Geth Hunter, but it can't with the Atlas or Geth Prime. Now if I'm right, it does detonate fire explosions, but there's no way to set this with the N7 Destroyer, so you have to you're not relying on anybody, but you're detonating other people's fire explosions for them. Now, the N7 Destroyer is overall a great class. He's pretty much just a weapon class, so you can master almost any weapon with him. But one thing is, since your run speed is slow, and when you use Devastator mode, you can't roll and you can't sidestep. If you take Devastator mode off, you can sidestep, but you still can't roll. So always keep this in mind. That's why you want to be keeping yourself in the back of the middle of fire, because you don't want people to be shooting you and then you can't run in enough time. Like looking at this, look at me shooting down this Geth Prime with one magazine of the N7 Typhoon. But one of my teammates already killed it, but that was a lot of damage for a Geth Prime using the S7 Typhoon. Now the next thing I'm going to go into is the weapon. Mostly the weapons of this class that you can use. Now potentially any weapon is good with this class, but in this I used the N7 Typhoon and the Rieger. But the only thing with the Typhoon is it's just as good as the Geth Spitfire, and I tried the Spitfire yesterday, and the Spitfire does have more ammo than the Typhoon, and it does shoot a little bit faster. So I would recommend using the Spitfire if you're going to go through with the N7 Destroyer. But I like the N7 Typhoon just the way it looks, and the Rieger just in case anybody gets close. Potentially you can use any gun with this class. It just makes it a death machine, especially the Cerberus Harrier. Now going into the next thing is, like when you see right now, this is what I was talking about with the objectives. I was trying to do the run thing with the objectives, but I don't really know how to do it that well. But see how I'm walking kind of slow. That's something that can actually get you killed because you're going really slow, so you have to be careful of that when you're trying to go for the objectives. Alright guys, this is Omega here with my third episode of my Mass Effect 3 Characters Guide showcasing the N7 Destroyer. Please let me know how I sound in the comments. Let me know what I should do better. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.